Hello my lovelies, welcome to Anatomy with Dr. Jasma. Today we're going to talk about pelvic organ prolapse. There are several different types of prolapse, but we're going to talk about the three main ones: the bladder, the cystocele, the uterus, the apical prolapse, and the rectum or the rectocele. So let's start with the cystocele or the bladder prolapse. Now this picture makes it look like everything's miles apart from each other. That is not how it is in the body. Everything is very, very much close together. But if we did that, we wouldn't be able to see it very well in the picture. Let's orient ourselves with the anatomy. We have the bladder, the uterus, and the rectum. So the bladder can prolapse in a couple different ways, but the way we're going to talk about it in particular is this part of the bladder right here falls down into the vaginal canal, and that creates a cystocele. There are 4 different grades of prolapse. Grade 1 is going to be less than a centimeter from the introitus. The introitus is the opening of the vagina. Grade 2 is going to be within a centimeter of the introitus, 2 at or 1 centimeter below. A grade 3 is going to be greater than 1 centimeter below the introitus, and a grade 4 is going to be where the bladder exits the vagina in its entirety. Uterine prolapse, that's where the uterus actually comes down. So right here's the cervix. So with the uterine prolapse, the uterus falls down into the vaginal canal. It goes down this way. Of all the grade 4 prolapses, the uterine prolapse is by far the most common grade 4 prolapse. But most prolapses are between 1 and 3 and not actually having the organ exit the body. And then lastly, we have the rectal prolapse. So the rectum, typically this part of the rectum right here falls into the vaginal canal. And that creates a rectal prolapse. Also, that creates a pocket of stool, and it can make it harder to have a bowel movement when you have a rectal prolapse. So, just for instance, have a uterine prolapse, a grade 1 or a grade 2 prolapse, that can typically be treated with physical therapy, pelvic health physical therapy. A grade 3 or a grade 4 prolapse is not going to be fixed with exercise. Now, exercises can help. It can definitely help the symptoms, but it is not going to fix the laxity in